Alrighty, hey everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over everything with Apex Legends Season 22. We're going to review my early access gameplay that I did capture a few days ago now. We're going to review it in a little bit more of a natural way that I do not think has been done yet, and I do want to thank EA and the Creator Network for inviting me to check out the new season a little bit early. We're also going to take a look at the lobby menus, the battle pass, the game modes, all that stuff. Plus we might review a lot more footage that, honestly, I don't think I even posted on my channel yet, but how are you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's doing well. And I have a couple notifications I just want to put out before I start recording and whatnot. But I hope you are doing good. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, guys, I appreciate you coming in. Again, we got a lot to review with Season 22 of Apex Legends. In fact, I will just go straight to my gaming monitor here and we can look at the map together. I figure there's no better way than to start with a map. I feel like the map, honestly, hasn't been on the internet that much. There's a couple spots I saw it, but the map is pretty huge. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Caleb, thank you. Ari, what's up? Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining in. We'll give people a minute before I start ripping out the knowledge. Hope you have mods around. We got me, you know. We had quite the day yesterday on the YouTube. Yesterday might have been my best tier list ranking video day I've ever had, to be honest. Max, what's up? How you been? It's been a long time. Vixen, to answer your question, since you are here, looking forward to seeing what you thought. Is it enough to bring back some of the creators who lost motivation? I do think so. I think it could bring back some people. I'm not really the person to say, I'm just going to quit something. That's me, at least. I'm going to, take breaks and come back. I don't really love creators making, I'm quitting videos on it. I feel like it's just kind of farming views. But there's a lot to offer with this season. The map is going to keep people busy for a long time. Like we're looking at it right now on screen. There is a wild amount of stuff with this map that honestly, it's kind of hard to comprehend. There's so much playable space. It's crazy. Hopefully better than Stormpoint and Broken Moon. Those maps are boring to you. Yeah, Broken Moon and Stormpoint are definitely more ranked maps these days, I would say. So if you don't like playing slower, then I could see that. Jason, this is not the time or place for that, sorry. Do you still have access to Season 22, or did they revert it? No, I don't have access to the current build. Any Mirage changes at all? Not really. A lot of creators just slowed down a lot, yeah. I've definitely slowed down too, so I understand that. I feel like the game's 5 years old. There's only so much, the game can kind of bring to the table unless they want to make massive changes. I don't think this season is going to be a massive change. I do still think, excuse me, I do still think we need that big drop of content beyond this map. I do think we need a huge meta update. But let's talk about the map, guys. I mean, there's a lot to it. I played maybe for 6 hours, something like that. I probably played, it was mostly 15-player games, so this is a huge map. This could easily fit 60 players. So I got a lot of time exploring. I did not get a ton of time, per se, dropping in every location. Just, it's kind of how those play sessions go. But right off of the rip, up here, I would say Lotus and Resort are two of the coolest POIs on this map. I think Lotus has the most insane verticality that we've seen in Apex Legends. These are 4 skyscraper apartment buildings, and you can play a ton of area up there. And then there's also first floor stuff. And I have some footage exploring that. We will go over that in a little bit. But Resort is also pretty cool. The main building here is actually kind of absurd. It's huge. And that's the thing with this map in particular, is this map, the playable area is huge, but every building really feels pretty different. There's definitely some duplicate buildings. You'll notice down here, these zipline buildings. These are kind of similar, but for the most part, no two buildings are really the same on the map, which gives it a really unique feel. And I felt like my entire 6 hours of playing, I was going to new places every single time and nothing felt familiar, which I think is going to be good. It could make it hard to kind of approach the map, but all in all, I think the map is pretty awesome. Galleria looks really cool. I had someone commenting in one of my videos earlier today that they wanted to see what this POI looks like. I don't know if that was you, but I will. This was the first spot I actually dropped in my first game, and I think I might go through the games in order I played them because it might be better for me to recall. Hello from Australia. What's up? Do I think this is enough to save Apex? I don't really think Apex needed saving per se. Like it definitely needed a boost in the right direction, but I don't really think the game was like dead. So is it going to save it? No, maybe. I'd say no, but is it going to put it in the right direction? I think, yeah, definitely. Where do you think the most popular spots on the map are? Um, Most popular spots. That's tough. I don't really know if I have an answer to that. Neon Square seemed really good for loot and fights, and as did Market. I could see these two spots being very popular. In ranked, like this center wall here is a pretty big deal to get around. So I could kind of see like people landing, maybe not in here because you're kind of trapped in here, but maybe landing like just on the outsides. Any secrets for altar? I feel like altar is pretty straightforward. Um, I actually had a really sweet clip yesterday on altar where I body snatched someone on a roof. Might have missed you mention it, but the purple pink parts are the unplayable area. Correct. Yes. For the most part, the purple areas are like tall buildings that you can't access. All the gray squares are buildings that you can get on or go in. But the purple ones are like the mountains on the map, I would say. But it's like almost difficult to understand when you're down there because everything looks like you can go to it. But it's pretty cool. Favorite new skin? I really liked the Loba one, and the Bangalore Green Heirloom was pretty cool. It has some cool emotes. Nate, what's up? Question about ranked. I'm hearing about playing about ranked Rumble. Is it supposed to come out tomorrow? Would that mean we can't play regular ranked for the rest of the season? Correct. That is correct. Yeah. Ranked Rumble should be coming out tomorrow. It's probably going to be 1 p.m. Eastern. It's usually like, or actually, it could be 4 a.m. I'm not quite sure how the time frame, but I would definitely say you kind of need to finish your rank split tonight because you will not be able to finish the ranked split after tonight, basically. And then Rumble going forward, there's going to be one in the middle of the split of season 22 and one at the end of the split. So they're kind of like staggering the end of the splits with Rumble moving forward. So they're going to be normal trios duos. I do not think so. Just going to be the revive. You think crypto is going to be broken? Not really. Like he gets invisibility, but I don't think it's going to make him OP. Ranked Rumbles, I honestly am not 100% sure on what Rumble is, just because I was actually on vacation last time it came around. But I think it's like a mode where you drop 10 times and your 10 placements is what you get in Ranked Rumble. Something like that. I could be wrong with that, but I think that's around what it is. Anyway, so here's the map. Now that you've had a good look at it, let's you guys want to start with gameplay? You want to look at the battle pass, menus, and all that? We could do a natural progression, go menus, and then hop into the game. Maybe we'll do that. Give you guys like 30 seconds to give me an answer. Elijah, what's going on? What's the best legend to play ranked? Probably if you're like really trying to get higher placement and get like up in the ranks, and you're not sweating it out in like Pred Masters. Probably like Watson, Bangalore, like these flexible legends that can control space. One for gameplay. What did you think of the buffs in the control class? I think they're going to be very good. Very, very good. I think Rampart's going to be the real deal next season. I think Watson's going to be better overall still because of her updates, but I think Rampart and Watson are going to be crazy. They're not really. Watson's not really a pub legend still, but Rampart could be. Let's we'll go in order of how I played in the play session. go here. So the first game was a Galleria drop. And you're gonna have to bear with me. My audio in this thing is a little bit weird. It's how I capture my audio. I do multiple tracks. I gotta do this every time, but so the first drop here, we're going to Galleria. This game actually crashed, or they actually ended the server, so it's only like 6 minutes long. But again, Galleria is, let's go back to the map. So we're landing here, northeast of Energy Bank. So I bet Watson. Yeah, me too. Yeah, next season is on Tuesday. Pathfinder going to be OP on the new map? I think so. I think Pathfinder and most movement legends are going to be absolutely just cracked out of their mind, to be honest. There's a lot of verticality on the map, and you're going to need a lot of movement. And then there's also a lot of buildings, which is going to play in controller or legends' hands. When we get in here, guys, if the volume's too low, just let me know. I have it pretty low right now. Kind of on purpose, though. Again, this first game, I'm going to crash a little bit early. Is Revenant pretty good at playing ranked? I've been seeing a lot of top pros using him. Revenant is definitely good in ranked. The pros use him because they can make full kind of effectiveness with his movement. Plus, they're usually like 3-stacking and running it down. So I would say just keep that in mind. That's why the pro players use it. It may not be the best for you if you're trying to really get like RP per se. Turn this up a little bit. You guys can't hear the audio? You should be able to eventually. I have the music really low. There's not much audio in this selection. Heights, which is to the left of my cursor there, that's a really cool POI as well. It has some really interesting climb spots that you like. Looks like you can climb, but you can't. I think it's gonna be a kind of a high skill area. Skins are amazing. I had all the skins in the play session. No new legend in this season. Weapon meta, probably Havoc still. I would say like they nerfed the hipfire, but the range it's gonna be good like outside 10 meters, just aiming down sights. It's still incredible. TTK is not changing on it. I'm not sure if the Hemlock will be on up there. The damage nerf might be enough to make it fall. Could see the Nemesis being really good. Maybe the 301. The 301 had a mag size buff of 3 bullets, which is big. Akimbo is pretty huge too. Like Akimbo Beaks might be a really good secondary. Yeah, there's gravity cannons and gravity pads, which you'll see eventually. They launch you up into the air and you can go flying. There's some like smaller gravity cannons, and there's zip lines, and there is balloons as well. There's pretty much everything on here. No, I didn't play any crypto actually. Or no, I did play a game with crypto. I don't know if I actually selected his invisible upgrade, but I have a whole slew of firing range footage we can watch as well. Best controller legend to lock? Probably Watson. Now, guys, note that in this, everyone gets to respawn now because it's pubs. You can notice the icon in the upper right, the little heart thing, and then also just kind of the heart next to the squads here means you got infinite respawns. I think respawns turn off like ring 4, ring 5. These first 2 games, I also was taking it pretty slow. I was just trying to like get map knowledge and take it all in. Really, I wasn't trying to drop high and just die because these are insanely sweaty lobbies. Everyone in here is trying the hardest they possibly can. So the green smoke area, I'm actually not really sure. There's a few of them and they pop up. I don't exactly know what they are. Straight up. Did I have to go in person to play this? No. But there's a lot of very strict rules when you're doing this. Little pan. Skybox, I think, is really cool. I almost want to see what it would look like in like daytime though. So I am curious if they'll do that in like a year if the map gets an update. Yeah, 4Ks and 20 bombs will definitely be easier with the respawning for sure. Do I think the revival mode is going to replace standard trios and quads? Kid? Yeah, I do actually. They kind of left it open where it'd only be an LTM, even though it's the only mode and it's all season long. But I do think it's going to replace pubs. I don't think it'll ever replace ranked though. I could see us having like a ranked LTM of the respawning, but not. Yeah, I was trying to see like how high you can zip. You can zip pretty high in a lot of spots. Green smoke area is respawning. Could be. That might be where you respawn. That would make sense if you die. There is no green area now though. That popped up there. I'm not sure. Like again, a lot of the buildings on the map are so unique, which is awesome. I feel like the whole map just felt new every time I was going somewhere, which is cool. Like Kings Canyon, World's Edge, like they have a lot of really like the same like Dorito buildings, 2-story little buildings with like 3 entranceways. But this map honestly might get a little crazy. Cost of gas, trailer gas exploded. Yeah, Alter did like set off gas stuff. That could be it. That could be it. I never went in there. See you, Elijah. Thank you. Wait, can you respawn normally after the zones closes? Yeah, I think so. I believe people can get your cards and bring you in normally. Little dual wield inspect. Yeah, I had P20 as this game. I think I get a kill with him. The rank system is changing. I honestly can't say much on it though because they went through the ranked. They went through so much stuff so fast. Like these events usually take like 40 minutes, and it's hard sometimes to keep up. And I honestly just was writing something else down when they talked about the rank changes. I've seen conflicting information. Some people are saying there's no RP loss after you hit 15th. Not sure if that's true or not. So all you have to do with the Akimbos is just hold down your normal trigger. You don't have to hit like left and right trigger, which I think I was actually doing here. That's why you see me aiming. But yeah, you just hold down the right trigger and it just aims. Death box is a little bit different now. You'll notice that. Let's see if I can get it. So the death box layout is a little bit different. I feel like it's way more efficient now. Like you don't have to scroll through as much stuff and healing. Like the shield core placement or your armor swap's a little bit different, but I feel like it looks better and is more efficient. It does look a little flat to me, but I feel like as a whole, this is going to be way better. Now, you know, it says in the upper right here, green, like we did something, we eliminated enemy squad. If one of us died, it would give updates as to respawning up there. Do you think this will be the best season for Apex in a while? I do, actually, yeah. I mean, it's been 7 seasons since we had a new map. And I don't think Broken Moon is going to be nearly as good as what this map's going to end up being. And you'll notice there, I just scanned the recon beacon real quick. And the recon, or survey beacon, excuse me, used to be called recon beacons. They're completely changed. They take way less time to activate. It tells you how many people are in the ring, and this pulses every like 5 seconds for 15 seconds. So the information doesn't stay on your map as long, but it's going to pulse more frequently, and it's going to give you more real-time updates. You only get 75 Evo now from them, so you're not getting as much because there's more survey beacons on the map as well. On the map here, it gives you like quadrants or thirds or whatever. I guess quadrants is still a fine description, but as to like the direction of the enemies. And they only work up to 500 meters away. So they're only going to give you intel as to your really close surroundings. They're not going to give you intel outside. So they're more about like your immediate like surroundings. Can you get into a building? Can you take a fight? Is there going to be third parties? Not so much like where the whole map is going to be shaping up to do. Some Octane tips. I feel like the biggest thing with Octane is to just not throw your game by like overstimming. Try to use the stim after fights. I like to use the stim to like get away or like reach open areas, not really in fights. I do not know if there's any guaranteed gold items. I didn't really get to experience like I didn't really get to explore like that much. There is a mythic bin that spawns after ring 2, which I have footage on that as well. We'll go over that, but I think the game's about to turn off right here. Anything I would change about the new season? Myself, I don't know. I feel like everything I played, I enjoyed. Some people are really hesitant on the health bars being invisible now. I don't know if the health bars are going to be a problem. Yeah, I was trying to use these Akimbo P20s. I was like really clueless as to how they work. Like just completely choking with them. So that was game 1. I think the server ends right here, or I stop recording. So that was pretty much game 1. I think I spectated for a while, and then the server ended. Any tips on playing Mad Maggie? I feel like people maybe don't use their drill enough. Should be using that stuff all the time. All right. Here's some spectating footage of me. This was after I died in that same game. Just watching the Mozambique in some action. So I think that's worth watching. Xbox. Which legend group's going to be the best? It's going to be a mix. It's going to be controller, I think, if you're playing ranked. It's going to be skirmisher if you're playing pubs, I would say. The game is lagging here. Visible health bars can increase rushing. Yeah, there is a little bit of a lack of like what's the right wording for it? Like now you only got to hit someone with one bullet, like, and you're gonna know how healthy they are right away. So it's definitely gonna increase the pace of games. Like if you're just getting to a fight and you shoot someone with one shot and you see their 40 health, like you can push them now. Whereas before they could have been, 85 health after you hit them once at health. So it doesn't show up for everyone on your team. You still got to communicate it. So I don't know. I have to get more time on it. Best legend player right now in this season? Probably like Revan or Pathfinder overall. Vantage tips? Not really a vantage person. Probably to use your passive as much as you can. You get great intel with the passive. Alrighty. Like being able to see how many like shields people have is pretty big. All right, so this game we're landing at draft point or daft point. Honestly, quite knowing how to do this. But we're landing, draft point. We're landing here in this game, so it's south. And I didn't say it before, but the north half of the map is more like high-end residential, like upclass, whereas the lower half is a little bit more industrial and like markets and like shipyards and like a little bit more down to earth. So there's two type of, and it's actually you can even look in the map. Like the bottom half is a little bit more like bronzy, orangish, reddish, whereas the top's more like purple nightlife, that type of deal. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool that has different like aspects to the map. DGDR, what's up? How you doing? Which akimbo weapons is better? I need more time on them. I think the Mozambiques are going to be better all round. Like if you're going into a one-on-one, I would rather be able to do my initial damage with like a R301 and then swap to the beaks because you're going to get really solid quick damage with the big hits. I think the P20s might be better if you're just straight up like taking a 3-on-3 team fight though. As to which is actually better, I'm not sure. Yep. Horizon tips. I feel like Horizon is I don't know. Horizon's kind of all like about lift management. Like pop the lift, like try to save the lift for when you really need it, when you want to make play. When your lift is on cooldown, that's when you become vulnerable. The other mode in this is going to be a straight shot, I believe. Can you imagine any change to Lifeline Mirage Newcastle with the new revive system? Um, well, in pubs, like those three legends are going to be kind of the same as they were. Like they're not necessarily needed because you don't need to craft banners in pubs. Like that was never really a thing you had to do. And then in ranked, you don't have the revive system. But outside of that, like crafting thing, I think those legends are still going to be good. Just because you can respawn doesn't mean like having a revive ability isn't going to be good. Straight shot is when you spawn randomly over a POI and you go straight down. I have footage on that as well. What buffs do I think would make Crypto as broken as some other legends? I feel like Crypto's pretty balanced. Like he's good for a high skilled player, and he's good in ranks. He's not really needed in pubs, but there's a lot of legends that are like that. What would make him broken? Probably the ability to move your drone around remotely. Like you can move Vantage's bat around just by tapping your bumper or tapping your ability. If you could do that with Crypto's drone, I think that would make him a top tier legend. Whereas right now, you guys send it out and like bring it back. How do attachments work on Akimbo? Basically, you just share attachments. So you have two guns, like you pick up one P20, then you pick up a second P20. You can now dual wield them, and the attachments are just shared. So you only need one laser, one mag. Like you don't need two mags, and both guns get the effects. Crypto tips: probably not to become over like reliant on your drone. Newcastle tips: well, as a whole, I'll just say, guys, if you want a lot more tips, like you should definitely check out my legend guides. But for Newcastle, I feel like the big thing with Newcastle is being very effective with your revive shield. Like if you can learn how to drop on a player, start a revive, and if like you're getting pushed, you can stop the revive, do damage, start the revive, and you kind of like bait players with your shield. Do I think Mirage will be better this season since the map's way bigger than others? Not really, in my opinion. I think Mirage is just going to be the same. I don't think a bigger map helps him. There's more buildings and more play space. Maybe that helps him, but that kind of helps a lot of other legends too. So it's hard to say. So this PY, I think it's decent. I don't know if this spot is going to be too great. I think the loot here is a little bit more compact than it was at Galleria, though. Um, I think the rotations here are pretty good. You can quickly get into the middle. This might be a good spot to land if you want a third party. mid. It's kind of like the energy depot in some ways because it's split up in 3 different sides, like left, middle, right. And then you can all just rotate up to the middle and third party teams that want to land hot in the middle. So this might be a good rank spot drop. Not quite sure. Mad Maggie catch any nerfs or buffs? No, Maggie had no direct changes, but the Mozambique's being dual wield is a pretty good buff to her, just because she has that shotgun passive. And same thing with the Peacekeeper and Mastiff pelts changing. PK and Mastiff have less pellets now, but they do more damage per pellet, so it's kind of more consistent. So I think that'll be good for her. Best landing POI? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I haven't been everywhere, so I can't really comment on the best landing POI. My favorite ones, again, are Lotus and Resort, though. Ring consoles are the same. Give same amount of points. Best finisher? No, I have no idea. There's so many of them. Probably one of the mythic skins, like the Revenant one, where it, like, eats the person. There's like chess. Best beginner guns? I always say the best beginner guns are the R301 and the Volt. Very simple to use, not a lot of recoil, and the R301 is like the bread and butter AR that's kind of like in every game. So I think the R301 is like the gun I would use. As for legends, I usually say like someone who can be useful to the team, but you don't necessarily need to do a lot. So like Loba, Lifeline, Bloodhound are all pretty good, like beginner legends where they're all useful. Octane, not necessarily great for a team, but not bad. Who do you think is getting the next heirloom? I don't know. We did ask about heirlooms. They said there was nothing to talk about other than the fact that they know people want more legend-specific heirlooms. It's been like a year since we got a legend-specific heirloom. We got fuses, I think, last. And then they kind of went to this like mythic heirloom, like a universal one. So I'd like to see like Mad Maggie and Newcastle. I feel like Newcastle could get like a sword or shield or something. That'd be pretty dope. Apex ever implement a replay feature? I hope so. I would love to have a theater mode in Apex, so I can go back and watch players' POVs and see if they're cheating, see just like what they're doing and how I could get better. It would be awesome to review gameplay too. Like content would be crazy. No, heirlooms are just cosmetics. There's no way to really use them. Do you think the style of map with all the buildings is going to increase camping or ratting play style? Increase, yeah, maybe a little bit. More playable space means more ways to like conceal yourself, and I think in ranked, yeah, pubs won't be a problem, but I could see more ratting, yeah. There's more survey beacons, so if you're a recon legend, you can just scan the survey beacons now more frequently. Find out where the rats are. Eubanks, why do people think Ashe is a bad legend? I think her kit is just limited compared to the competition. Like her portal is pretty one-dimensional. Her snares are good, but kind of hard to make a play with. Her passive intel gathering is not really needed. I feel like she just needs a little lift across the board. Guys, I apologize if I'm not getting everything. I'm trying my best. If you are enjoying the stream, if you guys want to support me, do me a favor and hit the like button, though. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. I don't know if I get any kills here. This might be a early death. Or this could be the game we lag out. So that's one thing it says on top there. Enemies are respawning. So it will tell you if people are spawning right on you. Yeah, this game's about to crash, but also you'll notice on the map there's like a red circle. And that just means someone is about to spawn. It's kind of giving you like where, I believe. If it's on your team, you'll get like a green target where you're respawning. Caustic, thinking for great control, love playing mixtape. I think Caustic honestly is one of the worst controller legends right now. He's not bad. Yeah, this game crashed. He's not bad, but especially for mixtape, you might have better luck with like Catalyst or Watson. Just like they're a little bit more flexible in my opinion. All right, next game. It says spectating players respond and timers. Oh yeah, I was spectating a match. So basically, here this is just like there's no audio for this, but once your timer goes down 0, you respawn. Is basically the mode we were talking about earlier. Maybe the green is just someone else respawning. That might be what it is. Actually, I didn't think about that. The green just means someone in general is in respawning just in that area. Someone kind of mentioned that earlier, but I don't think I fully understood. Here's a glitch match where we had 7 people in a team. This happened to me before too. I don't really know why it happened, but this was kind of just like an exploration game. I guess we can watch it. We might be able to get some good value out of this. Crypto and Pathfinder tips. I think I said earlier for crypto, like the biggest thing is to not get over reliant on the drone. Here's a glitch. Notice this happened to me. I can see my empty head. Pathfinder tips is similar to Horizon, where like your grapple is your life force, so be mindful of your grapple usage. And my favorite and maybe a little underrated upgrade for Pathfinder right now is the zip line like damage reduction. I feel like that's really powerful, especially like game rotation. Like taking half damage when you're rotating through squads is huge. People have a really hard time killing you. This is a preview. I played this. This is my footage I captured earlier in the week. So this is the center POI, I believe. Yeah, we're in this mid map right now. You'll notice I picked Catalyst this game because I want to try out the controller legend thing. In the bottom left here, I have blue armor, but I have 100 shields. So when you're a controller legend and you're inside the ring, like I am here, I'm in the safe area. You get this icon that spawns next to you, and this means you have a bonus 25 shields. As soon as you walk out the ring, the shields slowly go down. As soon as you walk back in the safe zone, the shields will slowly recharge. It's pretty straightforward. This is a huge buff in my eyes. Like if you're dropping into a game and you get that ring pulled to you and you got gray armor, you got 175 when other people only have 150 off the drop. I feel like it's a pretty big deal to have that buff. I don't think the buff stacks with red armor, which is I was not aware of, but it's pretty big in the earlier game to have an extra 25 shields and you didn't have to do anything other than prioritize the zone, which is what controller legends are already doing. So it's really going to be huge, I think, for ranks. Like you're already pinging consoles, you're already going to zone because you're controller legend. It's going to be they're going to be very powerful. And like Rampart just gets insane amount of buffs this season. It's crazy between all this. Do I coach people? Not really, no. I used to do like a footage reviewing thing, but I haven't done that in a while. Am I playing from home when invited to early access? Usually. There was one time where we were invited to play something at their studio. I did that last season. This area is pretty cool. This is like a rat area, if I've ever seen it. But it's not on the map. You notice I'm going through the center purple thing? And I'm like in this little cubby wall, which is kind of cool. This could be definitely a rat spot. You can't really move when you're in these, but it's pretty interesting. Octane worth maining. Octane's just not that great right now, in my opinion. Any legend can be viable though, but I don't think Octane's great right now. What kind of legend would I like to see next? I was actually thinking about this earlier today. Like, what class of legend do I want? I'm not really sure. Probably like I think I'd probably want like another recon legend, maybe an assault legend. Um, Probably what I want next. Big time rat area, man. How much money it would take for me to coach? Honestly, I just don't really love the like I don't know if I have a dollar amount, but I don't really love like paying for coaches because I feel like you can get a lot of information for free on the internet. And if you think you need coaching, I feel like there's a very like coaching in my eyes is like almost better for like pro players. Like less skilled players should be able to get most of the way there without coach. But that's just kind of how I look at it. I just don't like people having to pay to get better at like a video game. It just doesn't seem like a cool thing to me. I would rather spend the time I spend coaching. Like if I was going to coach for 4 hours, I'd rather spend that 4 hours make a video. And rather than one or two people getting coaching experience, I'd rather literally like 100,000 people get intel from a video. That's how I've kind of always looked at it. Played Octane too much, you can't stop. Octane is pretty unique. I mean, we don't really have another legend like him. I don't know if there's a lot to go through with this video. So here's we're evacing this time. So we're looking, that's kind of where I spawned the last game, I want to say. Yeah, that's where I dropped the last match. Like this south of here, I didn't go. I didn't go down there at all. Yeah, Octane is fun. You don't really care about ranked or anything. Octane's a good pub legend. Is Seer good? Not really. Gamer My Day is pretty good. How are you? How about yours? Thank you for asking. There's a balloon for those of you that were wondering. You can see a few more too. Octane's passive is a 1 or a half tick health regen. Can't remember if it's 1 HP or a half HP every tick. So it's pretty good. Like you don't really have to worry about syringes ever with Octane. You can just carry medkits, and it makes him a lot more like present in fights, which is nice. So here's a comp only legend right now. Yeah, comp's like a completely different animal compared to us normies. Ammo stacks for shotguns changed on light and heavy too, but shotguns get 20 now. We got dual modes and beaks here, and again the attachments are shared. See, here's the zone overcharge. That's the, you can kind of see it. My camera's a little bit in the way. You can kind of see the benefit. You get 25. It's now just a controller perk. I think I took a screenshot of this. I don't think there's much else in this game. Oh, there was a point where I tested the, hold on. I do it here. So I'm gonna test, I think I test the passive right here. So you'll notice on the map, like I am outside, so it's going slowly down. And then it's completely gone. There's nothing there. The icon's gone. Now I'm just gonna walk forward. Now I'm walking into the ring, and again, it just loads up. The icon's there, which means I'm getting that extra bonus. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, shotguns might be the real deal. Seer any good? Not really. think I already answered that. Yeah, for Octane's upgrades, I like the -5 HP reduction when using Sim. I feel like that's massive. There can be some range issues with legends like Seer and Bloodhound. Is that like the passive threat vision? Maybe. Yeah, what's up? I think this game is pretty much done. Since this lobby was glitched, not much really happened. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So this is straight shot. Someone was asking what straight shot is earlier, and basically it's just you spawn right above the POI like I did right there. There's no dropship, and you're just going straight down. It gets you into the action a lot quicker. This drop is Heights, I'm pretty sure, is where it spawned us. This POI is pretty cool. Has 2 beacons I can get here and a crafter. I don't know if we got those in my game. We got 1 beacon, a crafter, and 2 assault pins. So that's pretty good. But the verticality here is interesting. Like the top might be a pretty fortifiable area if the end zone comes here. I don't know if I got any kills in this game, to be honest. Prowler or car viable next season? I'm trash at shotties. Yeah, so this is the area where it looks like you can climb up, but you like kind of can't. Definitely interesting. And I noticed there's a few spots on this map that are like this. So you're gonna be like pretty careful about where you're going and how you're getting around. Because you can kind of stand right on that ledge right there. Like you can stand right here, and people can't really climb up there unless they do it in a particular way. Who do I think needs a buff? Um, Mirage, Seer, Ash, Caustic, and Altar maybe, or a few just off the top of my head could use little buffs. There's a couple like other ones that could use small tweaks. Gibby maybe actually is one too. You mean Gibby is still gonna be good next season? Yeah, I think Gibby will be fine. Is it worth to take the double -5? I think so. Yeah, getting the sim down to 10, I feel like is huge. That's what I take when I play Octane personally. I like the double damage reduction. Does Caustic still have his damage reduction as well as extra armor when in the ring? Do you know? Yes. Yep. Yeah. So Caustic gets the extra 25 shields and he still has fortified. So Caustic's definitely one of those legends where like off drop, fortified, extra 25 shields. You're playing like you're a 200 shielded enemy off the drop, literally without doing anything. If you find an LMG with the new hop up that gives you a shield, like you're playing out as like a 240 health enemy and you have done nothing. Like you're literally just spawned in. So like there's certain legends next season that are going to be very strong. Gibraltar is going to be massive, I think. Like if you give Gibraltar the LMG hop up and a Spitfire, plus he's fortified, plus if he has full shield, so he's Gibraltar straight up 225 shields. He plays more like 270 as a fortified. You give him his gun shield, he's now playing like 320. You give him the Rampart shield, he's now playing like he has 370 shields. Like it's massive. Like Gibby could be a huge like tank character. He's easy to hit, but there's a lot of interesting things that will come out with the meta next season. What legend do I play a lot? Pathfinder's my most played legend. Wraith's a pretty close second. I play all the legends for content though. Ballistic changes. I don't know if Ballistic got much. I didn't really get to play him that much. The LMG shield on Gibby gives you like an extra like 25, 30 shields. I believe. So I think Gibby's arm shield is 50, and I think it goes like 75. I could be wrong with that. I didn't actually get someone to shoot me and test it, but it definitely gives you more. What buff should Octane get if you had to give him them? Um, Probably like maybe give him back the 60-second pads. Like they changed it from 60 to 90. I feel like you could just have 60-second Octane pads again. I think that'd be kind of cool. Is new map can be in ranked? Yes. The map rotation for next season is E District, Stormpoint, Broken Moon, at least for the first half. No, the arm shield does not interfere with the LMG shield. They stack together to make a larger shield. I'll show it later in my footage somewhere, but when Gibby has an LMG with the hop up for an LMG, it makes it like goldish. And I haven't really specifically mentioned it. I know the health bars are kind of a hot topic, but like the health bar doesn't pop up till you hit the enemy. I feel like the highlight is a nice addition. Like I might not see the guy here unless it's a highlight, but the highlight is almost more for this. Like I can still kind of see the enemy, even though I'm getting this kind of glow over him. So rather than the visual clutter making me lose the enemy, it's just going to help me track enemies a little bit better, which I think is fair. And the health bars go away quick. Like it's gone. And no one else sees it. I still have to call out to my teammates like his health. You hate the health bar? It's valid. I mean, it's a valid take. Some will like it, some won't. I didn't really get enough. My initial impression is I think I'm okay with it, but I need more time. What legend needs buff the most? Probably Mirage or Ash. How'd you feel about an LTM where you would heal like you doing something but normal BR but have NBR? I'm not sure if I understand the question. How'd you feel about an LTM where you would heal like you would normal BR but have NBR? I might be dumb. Would Bang Smoke and Caustic Gas remove the health bar? I don't know what that interaction would do. So the health bars will still pop up in Bang Smoke, but the enemy highlight will not pop up when they're in smoke because it doesn't want to give you like that wall hack element without just the natural highlighting. So I'm guessing it's the same in Caustic Gas where you're going to get the health bar because you're doing damage, but you're not going to get the highlight on enemies unless you're Caustic, which because Caustic gets it while he's in the gas. Caustic already gets the highlighted enemies when you're in gas. Oh, non-battle royale. How'd you feel about an LTM where you would heal like you do in non-battle royale, but have that in battle royale? I'd be okay with that. Like you just get passive healing. Yeah, I'd be all right with that. I think that'd be good. We've kind of had that in the past where you get health back, but you don't get shields. So I could see them doing that and maybe like an LTM. Well, Legend would I revamp? Like a rework almost? I'm not sure. I feel like most Legends, I like their kits. I always thought Mirage needed like a revamp, but I do like his upgrades that he got a couple seasons ago with the 30-second ults. So I don't know if he needs that anymore. I'm not sure. People were saying Lifeline for a while. I like the way Lifeline is though. I like almost wouldn't mind seeing a Horizon revamp. Like you give every legend Horizon's passive, and then she gets like a little bit of a movement rework. But I don't know. Yeah, so the green definitely pops up when someone's respawning in that general area. So good to know. You get akimbo from the same place, or do you need to find two P20s? Yeah, you need to find two of the same gun to make them akimbo. So you need to get two P20s, two Mozambiques, and you just pick them both up, and it'll just make them dual wield. Yeah, Valkyrie could use a little tweak to the evac towers. That's true. Did I see you can shoot through a small gap with the gun with the LMG shield? I did not see that, but that doesn't surprise me. What's going to be the legend meta? Gosh, I don't know. I think controllers and skirmishers are going to be pretty big based on the map rotation. See a lot of viability with Watson and Rampart. Rampart especially because of the LMG meta. I was aiming like complete bot here. The aim assist for me was a huge deal, the change. So I normally play an Xbox, which is 0.6, so go from 0.6 to 0.3, felt pretty massive. I miss this person. Yeah, this map visually is awesome. I feel like I like it quite a bit. Yeah, Mace. Actually, you're not going to get an Evo cache next season. Pretty sure that's changed. On the Legend upgrade, it just says gold item. So I don't think you're going to get an Evo anymore. I think you'll still get that gold knockdown, but you're not going to get upgrade anymore. So you can't like give Lifeline the upgrade and then she's just going to get another upgrade. You can't do that. Unfortunate, but kind of understanding. Hopefully you're still guaranteed the gold knockdown though, because that was like that's a huge selling point for Lifeline's upgrades. It's a shame these modes I only had like 5 teams in this. We were having player count issues. Let's see, a little bit alt go off. I think they're like almost where we started, a little south. There isn't really a best settings. I use 4.3 linear right now. That's what I've been using. So this is the pistols I have are the reactive skin, the battle pass skin. Maybe we'll go over that after this game before we go through more gameplay, but I don't know about that, Kling. I don't think so. I think it caps out at 225. Actually, no, I have purple right here. I might find out in a second if I get a knock. I don't know if I do figure that out here. 4-4 linear all day, yeah. I actually want to go. I'm 4-3 right now. I want to go to 4-4 eventually, but I'm pretty new to linear, so I've kept it lower. About to fry this Bangalore. See, like 180 damage. That was pretty fast. I even missed shots. Again, the revive. I downed an enemy. Respawn times -5 seconds. Johnny Price ended bleed at respawn time max 30 seconds. So 5-second reduction right after that. So now he's already down 23. Tap became like thrusters. That'd be cool. Dashes, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the battle pass. I didn't even really look at it myself. Oh, actually, after that, I did firing range. Maybe do that. Let's do that. We'll go through a little firing range. R9 care package. I didn't actually get to use it against enemies in game, but it felt good. So I'm guessing the R9 is going to be pretty solid. Need to fix the audio. So I think the R9 is going to be pretty good. Damage per mag slow. It's just like I'm so ingrained with using Havoc that I haven't used SMGs in a while. But it seems decent. It feels kind of like the old R9. I honestly think maybe they could have upped the damage a little bit more, but it's gonna be good. See you, Mace. I was on red at the end, and it definitely caps out. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Anyone know when the Bang heirloom color releases? They might just do what they did with crypto. It might just be in the game next season. I think I was just using all the abilities to see if they do anything. Here. Like this doesn't change really at all. Lifeline's the same. Same upgrades. I think I'm gonna check out the level 3 by picking up a thing. Yeah, so gold plated next ult contains gold loot. So no Evo anymore. Sad. Do I call in another package? Oh, I do. See if we get a gold knockdown. Yeah, so still a gold knockdown. That's good. I was worried about that. So that's good. Lifeline's just losing the upgrade, so you can't stack upgrades for legends. I think that's fair. Yeah, Vantage gets a pretty big buff where her ult does more damage now on the mark hit. Otherwise she's unchanged, but like the first hit's the same, but it does more on the marked hit. So you do 125 body, 175 headshot, I think it is. So you can almost 2-tap anyone to the body now. I guess you can 2-tap someone. You can double body hit someone if they have blue. You can body heady anyone now with Vantage's ultimate, which is good. You can also no, you can't heady body them because that's going to do 70 and then 125. So you can 2-tap anyone though if you get a headshot in the second shot, which is good. I think it's valid for her. Now her ult is doing more damage. I didn't test if it's just the ultimate's interaction with the marked enemy or if marked enemies take more damage as a whole. Because if marked enemies take more damage as a whole, then all legends doing damage to that marked enemy, they're going to do more. So I'm not sure about that. That'll be something to look out for. Legend like Fuse Altar that can access ring consoles, get it via perks? No, because it's based on your class, not the perk upgrade. They changed Echo? If they did, I'm not aware of what. So Seer gets a double tack now at the second upgrade, which is pretty big. So yeah, right there. +1 tack charge. The silence duration is halved. I don't actually know if this is going to be better than this. I think I like having more passive and tactical range. Like having the ability to scan once and then scan twice right away is cool, but Legends not being able to use abilities for 8 seconds is kind of a big deal because a lot of Legends that we're going to be facing are movement Legends, especially on the new map. So I'm not sure if I like that. I think I like the increased range still. Movement tips, use the range and always do stuff on rotations. When you have downtime, always try to like get your character moving. Yeah, so there's a double scan. Oh, you don't need line of sight for Echo now. Interesting. So Ballistic got some upgrade change, I think, but I'm not really sure. I think his attack does more damage if you hit attack twice. But the pistols, yeah, here's footage with the pistols. So this is the Battle Pass pistols. They look pretty good as a whole. Makes sense that they gave us dual wield or P20 skins. I bet we get Mozambique skins for a split 2 Battle Pass. And that's kind of the big thing is like they are pretty accurate. And 800 damage per mag is huge. for P20s. So, like, the P20s might be the real deal. I'm really not sure. Like, these guys aren't moving, but that's pretty accurate. So, I don't know. They're pretty good. This might be about it. And I picked up the beaks. Like, the beaks aren't going to do as much at long ranges like this. But I still think the beaks might be better at, like, this range. Like, you can mow someone over. They're still doing 45 hit, so what? It's 4 shots. 4 shots, you can kill someone, and you still have another 10? No, you have another 8. So you can kill like 2 full shielded enemies with 1 mag of beaks, which is kind of crazy. The slotting in a single Mozam P20 in the sling make it a dual ult duel? Yes, it does. No, you only need 1 in the sling, I'm pretty sure, to make it. Actually, I really shouldn't say that. I guess I had 2 in the sling right here. Yeah, I had 2 in my sling here, so I actually don't know. I shouldn't say that. So crypto now gets invisibility when in the drone, which is pretty nice. You got to test it out here. And I don't think scan on ult hit was there before. I can't remember. What ARM do I think is coming next? I really have no idea. Probably that Bangalore recolor, at least. That was in my play session. So yeah, I mean, you're just invisible. I'm really surprised there's not like a timer or anything. You can just go in the tree and get in your drone and send your drone somewhere else, and you just are invisible. GG's, rats. Yeah, Ballistic might be pretty good with pistols. Still don't think his kit is like that great, but it's definitely a little better. What else? Yeah, you get threat vision when aiming down sights now with Recon Legends, and I kind of test it here. The threat vision is very similar to like Seer's passive in a way. It's like, so there it goes. It's like maybe like a 70-degree cone in front of you, 60 degrees, something like that. So it just pops up and on. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. Alter gets ring consoles now, which is pretty big for her. I mean, being able to get a ring console is always good for ranks. Like, she might have a lot more viability as like a movement-esque legend for ranked Apex now, just because the only competition, I guess, for like a movement character would be Pathfinder, because Pathfinder can get survey beacons or ring consoles. I guess there's gonna be a lot of controller legends, so maybe this won't be needed, which brings her viability down. But all in all, I think it's a good change for her. That's it for firing range. Part 1, we got 2 parts firing range. So I did a little bit of testing with Watson. Didn't really understand it at the time. I didn't spend a lot of time testing things. I just didn't have the time. But her ultimate will regen now. So like her upgrades are pretty busted. Let's see. Double ultimate charge and recharge allies faster. Double ultimate HP and place ultimates regain charge. So If you heal someone 50 shields with the ultimate on the ground, it will start to gain 50 shields back, and you can just keep using it forever. This is going to be the one to go to, I'm pretty sure. Just getting the ult recharge back is crazy. You don't have to use as many ult excels. It's not the fastest recharge, but it's good enough in my eyes. The upgrade also slightly changes the visual, I believe, of the ultimate. So right now I have the double ult charge and recharge allies faster. I didn't really show here, but it does recharge you in alarmingly fast. But I believe I placed down another ult, and it looks different. So like, if it's the regain ult, it's like lighter blue. If it's the ult that recharges you faster, it's gonna look more like that darkish blue, which is here. So good way to tell the difference. It's gonna be subtle, but you should be able to tell the difference between the Watson ultimates that are on the ground. Do I have any concerns about the health bar? Not really, to be honest. There's a lot of concerns going around the internet right now on that. I think it's going to phase out pretty quickly, though. I think it will make the skill ceiling or skill gap a little bit closer, just because people can do things because they know your health. But at the same point, like, there's an added layer of skill now where if you're 40 HP, you get hit once, that player knows your health, so you need to play accordingly. So it kind of goes both ways. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, so caustic traps now are green on the bottom for friendlies, which is awesome. Been asking for that for a long time. And you can remotely pick up traps now, which is nice. I think it's up to 75 meters away, and the trap can't be damaged. So if like someone hits a rampart wall, you can't pick them up after it's been damaged. But it's pretty cool. I think it's going to make moving from areas and some building assault plays a little bit more interesting. Like, I'm thinking if you're a rampart and you are approaching a building and team is in, you can place a wall down on one door, place a wall down on another door, and then if you want to funnel enemies out a certain way, you could remove that door's trap. They could run out. Your team could coordinate. There's going to be more play options with the remote trap thing. It does make the altar perk useless. Not really, because like when you come out of the rift, you don't do damage to them when you're in the rift. So you know the enemy's health bar status before you shoot them. So I don't think it's completely useless. And it's kind of the same with Seer's scan. I saw a couple people mentioning that. Like, you need to scan someone. Like, if you do damage to them, you can see their health. But if you scan them, the whole team gets to see the health. So it's definitely not as good now because you can see their health at any time you do damage, but there's still viability. It's not completely useless. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I struggled through that. 2:40 a.m. sounds pretty early. Next anniversary, probably February, would be 6 years. The game came out like early February, I think, 2019. Rampart, the real powerhouse legend. One thing I didn't mention in my video, if you guys watched my full video yesterday, Rampart's ultimate actually gets charges now. So you can actually place, I think, more ultimates on the ground. And like, you don't, if you use the whole ult, you don't need to wait for the whole thing to charge in order to use it again. You just need to get one of these 25% bars, and then you can start ripping off shots again, which is pretty nice. It makes her ultimate more readily available. And then, like, we've already gone over it, but the LMG changes, which I'll be using in a second here. The LMG's changes greatly help her because she has passive buffs with her LMGs and remotely pick up walls. Plus, she gets controller benefits of extra shields. Volt felt different. I didn't notice anything with the Volt personally. Aim assist was different though, so maybe that could be factoring into their decision. Is it still gonna be heirloom shards? No idea. way too early for that. R9 a little bit. Devotion's the same. So here's, I'm just gonna Spitfire. You can finally see the LMG. So here's the shield. It's a gold hop up, creates a gun shield in front of you when aiming down sights, powers up a gun shield when playing as Gibraltar. So that clarifies the Gibraltar thing, if there's a little confusion about that earlier. Or if you're using care pack weapon, you have ballistic teammate, you should theoretically have unlimited R9. Interesting. Didn't think about that. Not sure if that's true. That would be something interesting to test. Wouldn't that be the case like right now with like a devotion too? So here's what I was saying earlier. You'll notice the Gibraltars, I think I go into third person. When you got the Spitfire or an LMG with that hop up and you use the gun shield, it's now like gold rather than a bluish. It's usually blue for yourself. It would be like red for enemies, but it's gonna be like goldish if you look at it now. So that'll be a good indicator as to whether or not Gibby's gun shield is buffed up or not. So good indicator. Otherwise, if they had it and you just don't know, then that could be frustrating. Well, Excel's help Rampart's ult like Vantage, right? Should, yeah. Yep. It'll probably give you like a charge and a half. I think there's one more firing range part. Gotta go through weapons. So here's the hip fire. I'm not going to turn the audio on because it's a short video, but here's the hip fire for the Spitfire, in case you're wondering how absolutely busted it's going to be. It's going to be pretty good. Like, it doesn't take that long to get compact either. I will say, if you're walking around, it's not pinpoint. If you're not moving, it does become a lot better. And if you're crouching, it becomes OP. But again, you're not moving and you're crouching, you're pretty slow and easy to hit. And Spitfires as a whole already have less strafe speed, so you are going to be kind of more beamable when using LMGs, as you've always been. But I think it's going to be pretty good. And here's where I was testing crouching. Pretty crazy how accurate you can be. Ulk cells help ramparts. We already talked about that. I would love to see Mirage buff. What buff would make Mirage OP? What buff would you personally get Mirage? I would love to see like Mirage get like a trade spots with decoy thing. Like his ult might teleport you into the decoy and you can just transport yourself like that. Path of Wraith, Pathfinder for me. LMG's back in A tier? Probably, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, pretty good. Curious to see how they play out in real matches. It's still an LMG. It still has slower time to kill. But I think all in all, it's going to be pretty good. Let's take a look at battle passes. So, straight up, there's some challenges. New screen, first off. This is new to Apex. I guess they have like a challenge tab. Welcome challenges, dailies. This is the one, earn premium battle pass. That'll be for everyone to get your free battle pass. Welcome challenges, I think might only be there if you're a new player. So they might not be there for everyone when the game launches, but they're pretty basic. They just help you get acclimated to the game. Your dailies are what you're familiar with. And weeklies for the battle pass. But I do overall like the layout of this. It's definitely clean. It's nice to see like kind of an interface change for once. And then here's the battle pass challenges. So everyone at the start of the season, if you didn't hear, like you can buy the battle passes now with Apex coins, but if you used your Apex coins, you're thinking, oh, well, now I can't get the battle pass anymore. Not true. You can just do these challenges and you'll get a free battle pass. So these challenges are super simple. Like play 2 matches, 1,000 damage as a recon, 1,000 damage as a controller, open 15 bins, 500 damage from Akimbos, 1,000 damage from Akimbos, and complete 10 battle pass levels, and then you get the free pass. So super brainless. Zeke, what's up? How you doing? How's life? So everyone can get the battle pass for free. Pretty cool. Not too bad. And then yeah, here's the challenge page. So I think I have a thing going through the pass. So there's 2 passes. There's a welcome pass and a battle pass. The welcome pass only is for new players for sure. I'm not sure about the challenges, but the welcome pass is only for new players. It contains things that most new existing players already have, so there's nothing you're gonna miss out by not getting the welcome pass. Hope they don't keep the damage highlight and health bars. I feel like the damage highlight is good. Health bars is a little bit more debatable. There's less clutter when they're just more easy to identify targets by them being highlighted. It's not like you're getting wall hacks or anything. And I feel like the battle pass as a whole is pretty decent. Like the Peacekeeper skin's not bad. And there's just like less garbage in the pass, which I think is good. It's less levels, but level amount doesn't really equate to good stuff. There's the reactive skin. Weddings in 2 months, crazy. Early congrats. Life's been good, been busy. Makes Maggie passive obsolete. Not really, because like Maggie's passive works behind walls and stuff. So if you hit someone with a drill, you're still gonna highlight them. And Maggie's passive will work in smoke, which the passive, the tracking everyone or the highlight everyone else has isn't gonna work like in smoke and stuff. I also think the highlighting might have a certain range to it. Any changes to the store? I'm not really sure about that. The store like update, it's not in this game. Like it's the current store that's in this build. Third partying will become so much worse. That's my only problem with the new update. How would third partying become worse? I'm just curious. Like you don't just see people's health, you have to do damage to them. People won't think anymore. They'll just ape whatever whenever you finish a fight. I mean, you still have to do damage to them though. And like if you're hitting someone for health, it doesn't really matter if they're 20 health or 80 health. You're probably going to push them anyway. If you hit it, there is certain situations I get what you're saying. Like if someone armor swapped and they are 75 shields and 10 health, like you're going to know that now. That I can see it, but it kind of depends. I believe the health bars are in both modes. If you shoot invisible crypto, they lose. They come out of their drone, so they'll turn visible if you shoot an invisible crypto. Here's the welcome pass, just like unlocking legends, giving you tokens to unlock more legends. Nothing crazy. Here's the rank differences. So this is season 21's rank chart, and this is season 22. So the only real difference is this one right here is 22. So when you're 16th plus, you're not going to get any RP, whereas, you're not going to get any RP. And right now it says you get 5 when you get 14th. It doesn't really give me much more to go on this though. So I'm not really sure like entry fees and whatnot, which I heard the entry fee changed. Here's some footage of the modes, if you're curious. So we got Trios Revival, Straight Shot, and Bot Royale. Those are really the new ones. Bot Royale, they stated, is really like for players that are brand new to the game, but I imagine it's gonna be pretty decent to go like practice various movement and skills on like at least bots. And then you got trios with the revival, straight shot, and ranked. I started season 21. Will you get the welcome pass? No, you will not. Welcome pass will only be for new players that make their accounts after season 22. Who would you say is the best legend after the update? Hard to say for me. Probably like it's probably still gonna be like Bang Watson, like in terms of power for me. Um, those are like Watson is the ranked pinnacle. Like you want to get wins and get higher placement. That's like who I go to. And Bangalore is kind of like the overall like great legend that kind of do everything. So those are like my two still. Pathfinder, Rampart are definitely worth mentions in the new season. Hard to say. I was actually thinking about my tier list earlier this season or earlier today, trying to think about where I would place legends. So that's about it for lobby footage. Let's go back to the gameplay. Let's see, we got this game I don't do much in, but I get respawned and we can at least see that experience, what it's like. Do I have any info on when Duos returns? Unfortunately, no. I wish. Favorite POI on the new map? Yes. My favorite POI is Lotus and Resort. I land at these POIs eventually, so I'll show you them when I get to there. But those are my two that I went to. My favorite that I went to. New map seems very open with a lot of angles. Do you think it'll discourage camping? No, I don't actually. I think there's a lot of buildings and a lot more camping personally that will happen just on the nature of like you can just go in all these buildings now. So I think there will be more camping in some ways, but there's more survey beacons. So if you're playing with recon, you're going to get more intel as to where people are. It's hard for me to really say. Nope, revs unchanged. Any off meta personal fun picks? For me, I like Crypto. Actually, is like my fun character. I think Crypto is going to be good this season too, so I'm very intrigued to play him more. And like if I'm not using meta weapons, like I love using like Sentinel and Wingman and stuff. It's hard to use off meta stuff when SBMM and ranked is the way it is. Any nerfs? Havoc nerf. Hemlock got a damage nerf and mag size nerf. Same with Flatline got a mag size nerf. Not many though. Yeah, Pathfinder's probably gonna be good on this map. Celebrate. Rev's going to be even more powerful since a lot of climbable objects. Yeah, someone was asking it earlier, but I think Skirmisher and Controller Legends are going to be the go-to pick this season. And I think the meta of the game is going to be a little bit more dependent on the maps than it has been in the past. Yeah, a little lifeline nerf too with her upgrade. You can't get an Evo in the package anymore. Yeah, Altar might see more play too, just because Altar has a ring console now, and with the upgrade, and the movement will be good to use on this map. Nando, what's up? How you doing? Been a while since we've talked like this, at least. So again, gray armor off drop, 175 shields, and a thick guy, like a 200 health enemy right here. This Watson's 150. I'm playing like 200, and people don't even realize it. Stop nerfing guns. Yeah, I do wish they would like take classes of weapons, almost like give them buffs every like they take one class. Like this season they buff shotguns, next season they buff pistols, next season they buff ARs. Like yeah, it would be cool if they kind of raised the lowered the time to kill or just made the weapons feel a little bit better. We've just nerfed stuff forever at this point. Oh, someone said earlier bot royale seems like a better option than firing range for a warm up. Yeah, probably. To be honest. Guys, I appreciate being here again. If you are enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned to the channel as we have a ton of like tier lists and rankings and tip videos and map breakdowns that are going to be coming when the season launches. Quite excited to make videos right now. People are pretty excited about Apex too, which hasn't really been like this in a while from what I've seen. Like this news cycle of videos that I posted were the most viewed news cycle videos I've ever posted in Apex. I didn't cover the game when the game first came out. But for me it's pretty crazy. 22 seasons in and people still have a lot of interest. I think my videos might have crossed 1 million views by now on all platforms between TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Does new small gravity cannon help Horizon in any way? I don't know, to be honest. There's cannons that launch you straight up, which I'll show eventually, and then cannons that shoot you. The shoot you cannons like Stormpoint, they'll help her, but the vertical ones, I'm not sure. We need another season 9. Yeah, this is the closest I felt to season 9, personally. But it's just a new map. It's not like a new way to play the game. Season 9 was so big because Valka is really good, and there's like arenas, like a whole new way to play the game. People are like thinking Apex is gonna have like a Valorant mode inside of also the Battle Royale, but that never happened, obviously. This is the closest we've been, definitely, though. So many buildings feels like New York. Yeah, it does actually, kind of. It definitely feels like a city. They captured the atmosphere very well, the like ambiance. Friends come back for a new season. Advertising did well. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. How long have I been streaming? Well, today I've been streaming about an hour and a half. But if you're talking career wise, I've been making content for like 4 years. I don't really stream that much though. This is like my 4th stream in like 6 months. And all 4 are within like the last 3 weeks. I'm gonna be doing this more going forward. I think I still want to go back to Twitch eventually. It's just like these event type streams where like a huge season's about to drop, we got news to talk about. I'm gonna do them on YouTube because I think there's more value there. Plus, I have all you guys already subscribed to the channel, which I'm greatly appreciative of. So eventually, I'm hoping to stream on Twitch. Just don't know when. I could multi-stream, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. I'm about to get a big PK pump here. This is going to show the power of the new pellet spread. Fresh Apex after years of it, yeah. Everyone needs to like say a prayer and cross their fingers that we have stable launch and cheaters are not just going to plummet the game into oblivion next season. Sniper is going to be good on this map. There's definitely certain spots where sniping is going to be strong. Like a lot of these street ways, sniping will be strong. It's going to depend on where you play. That's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. There's so much playable space on this map. It's going to take a while to learn like what engagements you can take and where in the ranges. And picking the weapons for where you're going is going to matter quite a bit, I think. Saw Ballistic buff seems to do more damage if you choose the double Whistler upgrade. Interesting. Okay, good to know. While I go back to Twitch, I remember you swapped to YouTube to help grow YouTube. So that wasn't really the reason why I stopped streaming on Twitch. I stopped streaming on Twitch because I felt like I just didn't have enough time. But in reality, the only thing not streaming on Twitch did was I just stopped streaming altogether. And I think it's because YouTube streams are so much harder to prepare for. Like you need a good title, you need a good thumbnail, you need description, you need to plan it, schedule it. You need to make sure your intro in your stream is really good. Whereas Twitch, you kind of just like hit go live. And I kind of miss that a little bit. I miss not having to worry about what I'm making as much. I'm trying to get more casual content on my channel and everything just being the formulaic tip videos. So that's main thing. Is just like it's easier, more approachable to stream on Twitch. I think the community I think is better for streaming on Twitch still. I also at the time when I stopped streaming on Twitch, I went to YouTube. Like YouTube was kind of saying they were gonna like overhaul their streaming, and they really never did. So a lot of people invested and just didn't pan out. It's raining really hard where I am, guys. If I disconnect, that's going to be a GG's for me. Hopefully not. What do you think about the rank changes? I heard it'll be free ranked again like season 17. I don't know. I've heard that too, and I don't remember them saying that in my play session. I'm about to die here. You can see what the respawning's like. So I'm not sure about the rank changes. Yeah, the PK is like so strong. That guy is really far from me. I don't think I aim down sights at all. I get a 90 hit. Yeah, like an 89 there. I only missed one pellet. You can see the V. One was a headshot, but 89 from this range with a shotgun is pretty good. So that's exciting for shotties. I feel like the new map, you gotta be aware of being jumped in more short range encounters. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of buildings, and it's just kind of how games usually flow in Apex is you're going to get in buildings eventually. I'm in New York. Still hit nines? Oh, yeah. Well, now you shouldn't hit nines, right? What should it be now? What's it going to be now? 89, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a headshot. So we'll say 8. 89 divided by 8. What's that? Like 10ish? I got a headshot. So it might be like 10s now you're going to hit instead of nines. I guess the spread though also was like the star before made it because they made pellets like here and like outside, whereas the V, like you don't really have that anymore. You have like maybe you could hit the bottom single one or the corners, but if you hit like the side of them, you're gonna get all of these now. So they should be more reliable. You should be hitting more like 40s with the PK, which is in shotguns in general. Mozan better than Eva? I think so, yeah. Solely because you can dual wield. I think that Mozan might be better anyway with single. Best 2 legends for each class? Oh, that's kind of hard to say. Skirmisher is probably Path and Rev. Controller is probably Watson and gonna be a Rampart. I think it's Catalyst right now, but I think it'll be a Rampart. Supports, I'm gonna pick a Lifeline and Loba, maybe. Recon, I'm picking Bloodhound and Crypto. Assault, I'm picking Bangalore and Fuse. I think I got them all there. So I actually got a knock when I was on the ground because they were in the ring, and I got minus 10 seconds or 5 seconds. And you'll notice you can see the green thing right here. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the revive center. I don't think enemies can see that. It's just your team. So your team knows where you're spawning above, at least. Has ranked Rumble work? I've never played it. I actually haven't played it either. I believe you play like 10 matches and they give you a ranking after the 10 matches. Or you play, it ranks you based on your 10 best matches. I'm really not sure. Newcastle still being slept on. Yeah, I was a big like Newcastle supporter like a year and a half ago. I'm a little bit less so on him, but Newcastle I do think is slept on for sure. In Platinum Plus, placing 15th or higher, you'll not lose RP. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't remember them saying that in this session I was in. But I have heard that from you and now other people. That would be disappointing to me. We're just gonna have a season 17 like million Masters players again, but we'll see. Oh, sorry, David. How does it work when it comes to Ballistic Bangalore or Mad Maggie when they pick up an akimbo weapon they need to use their tacticals at the same time? I actually have no idea. Yeah, so if you got like you're holding two Mozambiques and you want to shoot your tactical, you used to be able to just do it at the same time, but I don't know anymore. Yeah, I can't answer that actually. But that is a good question. That's something I will have to look at when the season comes out. Started playing Apex. I don't even have ranked unlocked. Do you have any tips for you? Wow, so you are definitely green and new. Welcome to Apex. Hopefully, it's not being too brutal on you. I think the biggest thing when you're first playing the game is to like not overthink it. Kind of just get time in game. You're coming into a game that's 5 years old. There's a lot of people that have played the game for a long time. You just need to practice and get time, like shooting your gun. Definitely use mixtape. Mixtape playlist is massive for improvement. Even like someone like me, I recently switched from classic to linear. I played like 12 hours of mixtape in a day, and I improved so much in those 12 hours. It's crazy. So definitely use mixtape if you're brand new. Don't overthink your legend selection, and use the firing range as well to like learn the recoils of guns. Do I think it's fair with the controller legends having extra shields? I don't know. Fair, maybe fair. I don't know. It rewards them for playing the way they're meant to be played, so I kind of get it. I don't think it's going to be too bad. They said rank change in the information and in official posts. I just didn't see that, but I'll browse Twitter, I guess, real quick here. Let's see. Yeah, I just missed it. Like there's so much information to download into your brain when you do these like things that I go to. Placement RP increased minus 15 and above won't lose RP. Placement RP increased. 15th place and above won't lose RP. Interesting. RP value will dictate starting RP for new season. This is extra, but yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, I just can't really comment on the rank stuff till I actually get my own hands on it. And Zeke, that does make sense. With a dual wield, you'll probably just get one. If you're holding them. All right, here's a Rampart game. Had a couple kills here too. This should be a good one. You solo queue ranks, so you usually hate your life. Hey, you can always find people in my Discord if you need randoms to play with. Playing with randoms is terrible. So anytime you can play with someone even if they're a random person like in a Discord, you've already gone a step to try to like improve your experience. That's usually enough. Rampart get a buff? Not directly. She just has the controller. Well, I guess she did directly. She has the controller perk, so 25 shields in the ring, plus the LMGs got changed, so she's getting quite a bit of love. Yeah, it comes out on Tuesday, so like 4 days. When they say 15th and up, you don't lose RP, do they mean like 15 and 20? Yeah, I think so. I think you don't lose any RP at 15 and 20, and then you start gaining RP at 15th. That's kind of how I read that. Kind of weird. Imagine if you started losing RP once you hit 15th if you didn't kill people. Is this the POI I said was goated? No, not this one. Was this Stadium? No, I like Lotus, the Lotus up there, and Resort, which is in like 2 games. I land there. It's part of the map feels like COD, yeah. There was that COD map called Stadium. What was that, like Black Ops 1, I think? Maybe Black Ops 2. Or MW3, I can't remember. It was like you could walk through half of a little like entrance lobby of a stadium. Swap PC, 100%. So I played PC all of last season, a little bit of the season before. I stopped this season. I went back to Xbox because I wasn't sure who was hacking on me. Yeah. And also solo queue times on PC were miserable. It's just taking forever to get games. And why would I do that when I can just get insta queues on Xbox? So the cheating thing was the big thing though. I just felt like I was getting really weird engagements where I felt like people are aimbotting or whatnot on the computer. And I just don't get that on Xbox. Do you know how the regeneration for that 25 extra shields on the controller works? Like if you pop a bat, does it restore that 25 extra shields as well? Or does that regenerate itself? Yes. So it's just like having extra shields. So if you are 75 base, you got 25, so you got 100 shields. You pop a bat, you're going to get all 100. It doesn't regenerate or anything. It will regenerate when you first walk into the safe zone. Might be able to show that. So yeah, right there. So I'm about to walk into the safe zone. And it's just going to regenerate the first time. It just goes up. It has like little lines in the bar. I didn't even notice that. And then when I leave the ring, it will slowly go down. But now I need to pop 3 cells or pop a bat to get 75. I believe red shield is the max. It won't give you like 150 shields. Elijah, what's up? Welcome back. Yeah, we're still going. I don't know how long we're going to go for, to be honest. I was trying to hope to do like 2 hours, which we're 10 minutes away, but we have still like probably an hour of footage left. So I'm trying to go through it all because there's still more I haven't discussed. I do a lot of exploration of POIs in a couple games here. Yes, Mythic and Gold Bins are in the playtest. These games are just weirdly matched. Like there's only 15 players in our matches, just the way it was because it was a limited playtest with not a lot of people. I don't find any gold bins, but I do find a red bin. So I do open it up. You'll see that eventually. Tony absolutely just G7s the crap out of me. I think he finishes me too here. I think Rampart will be meta next season with all this stuff. Yes, I do think Rampart's going to be a really good selection. I do think the map is ranked viable. Yeah, absolutely. Any map that has a lot of playable space is usually highly ranked desirable in my eyes. Kind of like Storm Point's bigger and is better at ranked. I think this is going to be just like that. Still going to do Legend tier list for season 22? Yes. I was working on that earlier today, actually. Having trouble on who to main. I did launch that video earlier this season. If you want some assistance, how to find your main. It's okay not to have a main though. You can play multiple. Again, there's that green center of the revive. These games are so sweaty that like no one necessarily wants to int too much. No cinematic this season? Yeah. They haven't done the traditional season cinematics like they usually do. Usually they start with like this is season 19, here's a breakpoint trailer. This is season 20, here's a whatever trailer. But they didn't actually do that last season either. Last season they just released this is Alter. And they didn't like call it season 20. I think they just did everything to update and change the meta as much as possible. Yeah. Watson got some strong buffs too. Yeah, Watson's gonna be the real deal. She's already good, and the fact that she's getting more is huge. Me and Caustic and Mad Game sort of aggressive, but I'd like a third. You got controller and you got assault. I'd probably go with like a support or a movement legend. That'd be who I would want to round out my like skill set with. Probably like a lifeline, a conduit. Conduit might be good if you're sort of aggressive because you can be supportive and aggressive still with like her ult. I see, Joey. Yeah, I think everyone usually agrees that Apex would be a great candidate for a TV show, something like that. Have I been watching EWC? I watched all of it yesterday, and I watched like half today. So yeah, it's been pretty good, honestly. Their production is great. They have a lot of really cool things that the LGS doesn't have. Like when teams are getting revived, I like the banner that pops up on top says players are reviving. I like when a team dies, it's like TSM got 7th, Falcons got 3rd. Like it tells you where their placement is rather than guessing. I feel like the stage is really good, as it should be, because where they are, like it's a esports stadium. But yeah, I like it. I like the production of it. I mean, it's been entertaining. Bring on the Watsons. Crypto will destroy all fences and pylons. Yes. See, that's the thing with this controller buff is like Fuse, Mad Maggie, Crypto might all be better because there's so much like rampart barriers and stuff where Fuse can just cluster things and break it. Do you know what season they said they started working on this map? I feel like it was around season 12. I don't know actually, but in past events that I've been to, talking to them about things, they've always said their content line is usually like 18 months, which would be 6 seasons minimum, which would bring us to season like 14, 13 when they started. And this map, by far, like it's hard to express it, but this map by far is the most thought out map they've ever released. It has the most care I think ever done, just based on playable space and area. Like there's a lot of thoughts that went into this map. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been working on it for like 2 years. Since like season 10. Sheila's still Sheila. I think the octane here is fade. I almost get him. You're not ready for people to learn how to counter Rampart. How do you feel about Crypto's cloak? Apparently, it's a full cloak, and I feel like it could just be broken. Just fly the drone, cloak, and hide for a time. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not like a timer on it. To me, it seemed like there would be like a you can only stay cloaked for 15 seconds or something. But how I feel about it, I'm excited to try it. Let's see how ratting goes. A rat's dream, yeah. Welcome back, Mace. I just like Crypto. I feel like he doesn't really play in today's like fast paced meta, but play that well. But I think he's fun still. Uh, Crypto, I feel like when I first started making content like 4 years ago, it was kind of the legend people knew me about, came to my channel about. The crypto legend guide I released, the first version at least, before I released the second version, was one of the most viewed videos I've ever done. Imagine ranked a rat crypto will camp in a drone in like the complete open. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna come down to like recon legends picking him out, him getting scanned or hit by a survey beacon. So there's this thing with game development, like where they will purposely make something better than like they want to, just because they want people to use it and try it out. So they could definitely already have like a tweak for the cloak in the tank. They're just waiting for like people to use them and get kind of like some clips and talking about crypto's change before they nerf them. So you don't want to make really minimal changes all the time, which is kind of what they do, but it's like when you release a gun, you want it to be good, not bad. Otherwise, it's just why bother using it and making it. Yeah, it's like it's people are gonna be shooting the air like they shoot mirage decoys. They're not gonna know who to shoot. I think we win this game. I think I die at the end, but I think girl clutches it up. I'm also playing characters that I like literally never play. Like Rampart might be my like third least played legend. I'm just trying to get some footage. Can they get scanned when he's cloaked? Yes. Yeah, just blasting corners, right? The cloak might be kind of like Mirage, where if you get close enough to a Mirage doing an invis revive, you can kind of see him. So it might be like that. Where you still might be able to kind of see him. Depends on the angle, the lighting, and whatnot. Oh, I have a pretty funny crypto clip. You guys want to watch it? This happened to me early. I'll show this crypto clip after this video. Happened to me earlier in the season. This guy was oblivious. Here's one of the launch pads, by the way. The first time we've come in contact with one. It's basically just a graph cannon. Just launches you to the other side. You can't really move in it at all from left or right, but it should be good for Horizon. But yeah, I have this pretty funny crypto clip from earlier in the season that I want to make into a short video. I'm just not quite sure how to do it. I haven't really played Siege, so I'm not sure. Even better reason to shoot crypto's drone, yeah. Can we COD hide and seek prop hunt? I love COD prop hunt. It's so fun. Last team. So I think this is Fade, Daz, and someone Tony maybe. We might not win this. I don't know. We got them kind of pinched here. I get rocked here. I'm not gonna lie. I get melted. And that's the aim assist. Nerf right there. Can you hear game audio? Should be able to. It's a little bit low. I see the crypto clip. So we won this game. This was the most normal game I think I played throughout. Let's see. I'll get show it to you guys. I'm just trying. I'm gonna make it into something comical. I just gotta figure out what to do with it. So we were just playing this match. I'm not playing crypto. This is an enemy crypto. Let me change the audio 1 second. This is what not to do if you guys want to learn how to play crypto. Straight up. So we were just playing ranked. And I can see this guy flying in a drone. And the drone came from over here. So I'm just like, let's go check it out. You guys haven't been able to hear game audio all this time? Man. Well, I'll have to look at that. I don't know why you guys can't hear it. It's been low. So you can't hear this right now? This is what I get for not checking my audio. So we came up to this guy in this video. It's 5:33. I had no idea. I can hear the audio, and it says it's picking up. Here, hold on. Let me try something. I had no idea. That makes me sad. That makes me. I mean, I'm very grateful you guys are still here. I bet you're gonna be able to hear it now. Ready? Ready for this? We prefer just listen to my voice. I think you'll be able to hear it now. Let me know if you can. So this guy's been in the drone for 30 seconds at this point. Still can't hear it? Okay. I'm not sure why then. I'm surprised though. In OBS it says it's picking it up. That's why I assumed you could hear it all game long. It's now been 45 seconds. Wait, so you can hear it now or you can't? And he just left the drone. This guy was literally in the drone for like a minute and a half. And that's why crypto players get made fun of. You can literally see him at one point. His teammate is right there. And he's flying around in the drone next to his teammate. He just never looks this way because he wouldn't expect us to be standing on him. You can hear now? Okay, awesome. That makes me sad that you couldn't hear it before, though. But, yeah, so he was in the drone at about 5:15 all the way till like 6:20. Why is he not invis? This isn't this is old season. So I'm gonna make that into something eventually. I can't believe you guys couldn't hear the audio the whole time. That makes me sad. Well, you didn't miss that much, I guess. Audio. Apex audio doesn't work. But let's go back to new season. Ironically enough, we got some Bangalore. I think this is the heirloom. Now. Mr. Recoil, what's up? Welcome. Trap, crypto, and Watson fences. Yeah, we should have my teammate put like catalyst traps down. That crypto, you can hear the audio based on what is around you in person. So like he should have been able to hear us. So, I land. Where am I here? Was not looking. Might be resort. No, it's not resort. It's somewhere west side though. So I have the heirloom here, and we actually get enemies to spawn with us at this POI. Almost die here. I think the heirloom's pretty cool. It's just a green knife, though. I guess it's like, that was my teammate in the last game. It's kind of like military camo, I guess, with the knife. Your Lifeline's heirloom's getting revamped or changed somewhere. It might just be some BS though. I don't know about that. Why don't you talk to devs and tell them to fix the audio? Believe me, we all know. They all know. Like everyone says, you know, fix audio and stuff. They're aware. They're doing what they can. It's not like the popular answer that you want to hear, but when I do these playthings, who do you enjoy having on your team the most? I usually like playing with anyone, to be honest. I don't really care. Usually, I mean, having other like YouTubers is good because I can relate to them, and usually we know each other. Those are usually the people I like talking to. And I've met a handful of these people now in person, which was cool for my old working man self.
Akimbos fun.
Yeah, there's the heirloom, basically. Not bad. It does have some unique animations, and it comes with a finisher. I feel like the green is a good green for her. It's a little bit of an odd recolor choice, I guess, though. Like, it works, but it's not what I would expect them to do it. Map edges can cause some hard attacks? Yes. 100 likes on the stream, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just noticed that. Thank you again for hanging out. I appreciate you all being here on your Fridays. Or early Saturdays, depending on where you are. Thought Lifeline rework coming in season 22. It was never really confirmed. Just, unfortunately, the way it goes with people who try to leak and stuff, they're usually not all that right about certain things. Yes, there's an animation where she can inspect her smoke launcher. I think that's... I feel like I've done that before, and I don't have her knife. Lifeline doesn't need to change though. She's good the way she is. Yeah, I kind of like Lifeline right now too, the way she is. I feel like they maybe were working on a rechange to her, a rework, and like she's been getting a lot of use lately, so they're not gonna do it. I don't know. Seeing the streams lately, thank you. Thanks, appreciate it. Playing DRG. Why does that sound really familiar? But I just can't think of what it is.
Are you playing on controller right now or mouse and keyboard?
Oh, Deep Rock Galactic.
Controller. Why? How's the aim assist feel?
Stay was asking me how the aim assist was feeling. I was basically just saying I play an Xbox, so it's pretty rough.
Normally play an Xbox, so this is pretty rough. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh god, that's like 0.6 to 0.3 or like 0.25, whatever it is now.
It's like an emerald. You like it? Yes. Yeah. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Fries, I unfortunately am not like 100% sure on the rank system next season. I feel like what I heard and what others heard might be different, and from what I've been kind of gathering is like there might not be any RP loss when you enter games now, which is gonna make it like season 17. I don't know, to be honest though. Pick any legend in the game that you should learn, main, and get their heirloom. I feel like the most consistent legends in the game, like if you want a legend who you know is not going to be bad like next season, probably like Watson would be a great option to learn, master, get heirloom skins. Probably Pathfinder would be like two of the more consistent legends, I would say. Can you give your opinion on whether or not District will be ranked competitive viable? This map would be super fun to watch in ALGS, to be honest. I think it is going to be ranked viable. And I think it can be competitive viable as well. That I'm less sure on just because I don't have experience with that really, but there's a lot of playable space, and that's usually what is needed in like comp. You can't have a lot of open space, otherwise teams just die and like they can't even do anything. So I definitely can see it being ranked viable. Competitive, I think there's a really good chance, but I'm not 100%. There's just a lot of cover, which just makes the map more accessible to like make plays. I'm excited to see how this map shakes up. I think it's going to be in the LGS. I think in some ways they might have released it in this season rather than like winter season or fall season. If you're unaware, Apex maps have always come out in October or November seasons, which are like the holiday season. And this is the first time a map is coming out in August. And it could be because they want it to be at ALGS Champs, or they just want to get it more feedback on the map before. I completely just missed on this person. Or they want to release the map earlier, get more feedback, and have the map in ALGS next year. So. Any more altar guide updates? I don't have any plans to make any new altar guides at the moment. Dash just released like a 50-minute altar guide. I'll check that out. Honestly, he goes into it really in depth. My altar guide is still relevant though. Like she hasn't had changes that impact what I talk about. Altar's tactical is so not quite sure. I went a whole game without using her abilities, and after we won and everything, yeah. I stopped recording that game because I thought it was gonna be over, and I didn't realize we were coming back. Yeah, I didn't record anymore, or we lagged out. I can't remember. Did we lag out here? Yeah, I was requeuing. All right, we got a crypto game. And we land somewhere I don't know the name. What makes a bad legend combo? I mean, usually that just comes down to like legends that have no synergy at all. Like they don't work together well at all. Or two legends that have like similar synergy. Like you don't need that combo. Like if you're rocking a Watson and a Rampart, like not the greatest synergy. Most legends work together though. I'm trying to think of like conflicts between legends. This POI is pretty cool. I like the zip lines between the buildings and whatnot. I see that guy there, but I'm trying to get footage of panning the skyline. Nicholas, what's up? The controller class change giving them an extra 25 shields. Will that stack on Caustic's fortified ability? Sounds like he'll be a tank. Yes, it will. Yeah, it definitely gives him a little bit more tankiness. It's a similar situation with Gibraltar and like the Rampart gun shield. It gives him more health. Few legends out there that become quite tanky. Straight shot could be the best way to farm wins in Season 22 because of low player count already, right? Last season was 30 players and now it's 15. I think it's only 15 in this play session because we don't have a lot of players. Like there's maybe like 80 total players that do this. So I think that's why it's only 15. In a real match, I think it might be the full 60 for straight shot on this map. Not 100% on that though. Because straight shot in the last season, it was also a smaller ring. Whereas straight shot here, we're playing on the whole map. So I think it's going to be the full-blown 60. Does Newcastle and Lifeline work well for ranked? So I'm a Lifeline main, my friend is Newcastle main. They definitely work together. It is a little redundant though. You'd probably be better like Lifeline and someone else or Newcastle and like a Loba or something. A lot of those POIs are actually so far. It's cool to watch. I agree. The watermark with my name. I'm guessing that's what you're asking. That was like in play session. That's how they stop people from leaking stuff. Like your name just pops up on the build, so they can't tell who it is, or so you can't like just throw your stuff out there. Otherwise, they can tell who's leaking. To an extent. I remember the first time I did one of these, the name popping up thing was definitely distracting, but yeah, you should kind of have to. I think I make some. No, I can't remember how this crypto game plays out. Yeah, in a real match that wasn't a play session, there would be, I'm almost positive there would be 60 players. There'd be a lot more action, but that's just kind of how these go. That's why sometimes it's hard to get the viability of certain things. Like it's hard to get the viability of certain guns and stuff here because we're not getting as many people running at us as normal. Less third partying, more like straight up fights. Would be cool if you use the drone while knocked, but that will possibly be OP. Yeah, that probably would be OP. Yeah, that kind of makes me think about like the abilities you can use when knocked. Is Altars the only one? Is that the only ability you can use when you're knocked? Not sure. I think it is. You can get a good view of the threat vision here. Players just all red. I don't know if the threat vision is that impactful long term. It's like quick to spot players when you're aiming down sights, but I don't know if it's gonna matter much. I think that's about it. We get messed up here. Alrighty, we got another firing range I did after this. I think I did just a little bit more of the weapons. I literally went through them all. There's nothing really here. We got a Seer win. Couple more games. We got the Seer game, and then we got an exploration game. So that'd be cool. Let's see. You don't think crypto fits the run and gun style of this game very well unless you're getting carried? Yeah, I agree. That's honestly the exact reason why I kind of stopped using crypto. Is like the meta of the game has gotten so fast paced that I can't really play crypto as much because I can't like use him effectively like I used to. Still enjoy him, but yeah, it's like hard to get good footage on crypto now. Kind of a shame, but that's how it goes when a game evolves and has been out for 5 years. I don't like that any change where the damage. How long clips don't feel the same. I think they did this to hide controller one clip so no one sees that and getting complaint. I don't know about that. I do agree the damage number change is a little different, but I kind of get why they did because health bar's there. Doesn't bother me quite that much, but I do get what you're saying. I have heard other people say that they want it back. That's just like nothing I know anything about, so I'm not gonna pick one. That's why your message was deleted by the mod earlier. I don't do anything. I don't watch any political anything. I just don't want it in my life. Seems only good on Vantage, to be honest. Wishing can ADS without a gun. These all should change, honestly. Perhaps the main reason they nerfed digital optic for smoke is because of the new controller highlight feature. Perhaps the main reason they nerfed digital optic out of smoke is the new highlight feature. Maybe bugs where you can just see through smoke ADS all the time. That could be possible. I mean, they definitely knew this was coming when they removed the DT. I think their reasoning, though, is probably still the more likely reason where they just got rid of DT for... They didn't feel like it was healthy for the game, which I kind of agree. I have a RTX 4090. I used to have another computer. I had a 3070, which honestly lasted me a long time. It was pretty good. 4090 is overkill, but it's if the 4090 is nice because I could play, stream, and record all on one computer if I wanted to, and I got it so I could edit faster. So here's the floor pads. I think there was one earlier in the game, but I'm not quite sure. Like, they can help you get top of buildings. I don't really know like they're doing that much. You get a little horizontal movement on the ground, but I don't know. You're good, Zeke. Timed out for 86,000 seconds. How long is that? Is that like a day? A week? 86,000 seconds. Oh, 24 hours. Yeah, a day. That's what I thought. It's kind of a double-edged sword, and the damage and stun don't really help team push up to the enemy team effectively. That's crypto you're talking about? Yeah. I almost feel like crypto ult is like, it's kind of like shows the date of how outdated crypto is a little bit. Like crypto ult, like a huge strategy used to be to pair crypto up with Octane. You'd put an Octane pad down, throw crypto in there, pop the ult, and as you're padding in, you're like making that play. I feel like that doesn't really exist in the game anymore. I'm trying to think of like, you could like zip in, but it's not as effective as Octane was. Can I reveal the date the playtest was played? I don't really know if I can or not, so I'm just not going to. I probably could, but I really just don't know the answer to that. It was recent though. I'll just say that. Map feels so chill with the lights, yeah. Apex, pretty easy to run on my uncle's 3060 laptop. Can run 4K, 100 FPS max. That's pretty good. I'm sure a lot of games won't look this could be able to. I think Apex might be more CPU heavy. I could be wrong with that, but Elias, what's up? New season's good. We're watching back footage right now, but everything I played, I enjoyed quite a bit. There's nothing I played at my playtest and in all this footage that was like, I don't like that. There's a couple that are like questionable things, but I don't outright like disagree with anything. It would be better if it didn't affect your teammates. Yeah, I kind of agree. If you didn't get stunned, I could definitely get behind that. It's kind of similar with bang ults and stuff, though. Apex is GPU heavy? Gotcha. Yeah, the new maps can be an endless stream of content for a while. I'm really excited to get on the map, find like hidden lore things and loot patterns and drop spots and rotations and climb spots. I'm excited to figure them out and share them. I was trying really hard to think about like tips I could mention for this map, and I really just don't know yet. Pistols. Yeah, I don't know what tips to say. Yeah. Alter crypto ult attack I should have stayed. Was extremely situational. Yeah. Someone actually specifically asked about that, if it was going to come back, and they didn't really know how to answer it, so I don't think it's coming back. Everyone, I appreciate you tuning in again. Don't forget to hit the like button if you are enjoying yourself, and I don't know how much longer we're going to go for. We have that whole exploring game I want to share, which will be very insightful, I think. Dual wield wingman? Imagine. I thought maybe RE20 3 would be a good option for dual wield. I could see them doing a thing where like they lower the mag size when you're dual wielding. I don't know. P20s are good dual wield. Only viable. Another win. We actually got quite a few wins. It was kind of nice. I got carried. All right, so let's do the. Oh well, in case you didn't know, but the ammo is getting changed. What you carry. So 72 light, 54 energy, 20 shotgun, and sniper and heavy are unchanged. But I think the added light is to make the light ammos a little bit more viable. Like the Spitfire is going to be being used, so having more will help. And less energies to kind of like nerf the Havoc a little bit, atypical nerf. And then shotgun, I think buff was more for like the Mozambiques being dual wield now. But something to know. So in this game, I'm about to show, I'll go over the map in a second. But I think I land resort. Yeah, so if I recall, we're gonna land here in a resort and we get to explore like all of this game. So basically the whole northwest corner. Have I considered opening memberships on YouTube? I do have memberships if that's what you're asking. Like you can become a member of the channel. I have that. It's a feature. Unless you're talking about something else.
Of that, I mean, for us or for the lobby?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stark difference between when Broken Moon came out and this map came out. Broken Moon, when we played it, was like cool, but didn't feel like this. I don't know. iOS, you can't see. It's all good. Yeah, this map just feels way different than when Broken Moon came out. Like Broken Moon had the zip rails and stuff, and is what they were advertising. Kind of was a miss, but this map just feels way more thought out. I wonder if it says I'm a member. That's probably because I don't. It doesn't, because that's my channel. It's probably because I mean, I don't stream that much. I don't really advertise memberships. That's just like a bonus if people want to support me, then I'm very grateful for it. But I don't like asking for money. I think duos will come back at some point. It's probably gonna be more like an LTM. Oh yeah, we do the mythic chest this game too. That'll be good to see. If I want to start playing a new character, I was Lifeline. Who should I start manning to be effective and ranked? I had a ranked tier list last season. And yeah, like Zeke said, you can check out the main video, but I would say like controller legends to help you get placement and stuff is pretty important in ranked. So like Watson and Rampart will be big this coming season. Movement legends are pretty important too. Pathfinder, I think, will be the go-to like rotational legend. Valk is not bad still. I think it's better to remove visual clutter and not add battle sense. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I will say in the duos thing, yeah, see, here's the hotel lobby. I just thought it was cool. It has this like long ramp going up to here, which will be very interesting how it plays out. Like you can kind of sit in the balcony up here. I don't know if there's other ways to get up here other than that entryway. You can like, there's two zip line on each side actually. So you got 3 access points, but it's pretty concealed here. I like cannot wait to see how end games play out. It's gonna be very interesting. Cordaro, what's up? Ballista got a little buff from what I've been hearing. I didn't really try him at all in the session, but I believe his tactical will do more damage to enemies if you hit him twice and if you choose the right upgrade. Seen enough POIs, 100%, 1000% comp viable. Those games will be lit, yeah.
Yeah, they go into detail a little bit about the lore.
I think there's a lot of potential for some member-only special content. People would definitely buy it. Like it's only the price of 3 Apex packs. Yeah.
For the Apex games?
It's pretty cool. Little pan shot of outside the hotel. Lotus, I think, is my favorite POI, but Resort was cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That was something I was thinking about for a while. Member-only streams, member-only content. I don't know if I have a big enough, like...
Where Resort is?
Excuse me. I don't know if I have a big enough, like, following for that. Like I have a lot of subscribers, but I'll be honest, like I don't engage with community as much as I should. I think I'm making like corrections to that, so it could change in the next like few months, but I kind of just missed out on a lot. Making content's not my job. Like I have a day job. I do it 9 to 5 and then also make videos, so it's hard for me to do community stuff after I'm already working 40 hours a week and making videos and playing the game. But yeah, it's a pretty cool area right here. I thought like very city street like, just like straight up, just like walking down the streets. There's like shops here. Very cool. And then this POI I thought was just awesome. Like I'm about to go in this building. I was so impressed with this building. Membership only is typical stream heavy channels, but it's understandable. Exactly, yeah. Like this is so cool. Like you can go up here, you can go here, 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 here. You can go here, go up here, go over here, you can go in here, in here, in here. Like it's pretty awesome, I thought. But do you think that duos will come back at some point? I really just want the core modes back, to be honest. I think I already answered that, but yeah, I mean, I think duos will come back at some point. I just don't know when. What do you work on IRL if it isn't rude to ask? No, it's not rude. I do architecture, so I'm not an architect. Yeah, I had to be licensed to call myself that, but I'm mostly like project manager right now for like $500,000 to 50 million
Like a Titan LTM.
commercial projects. I'll just say I don't really want to say too much.
Put in for an LTM, but it would probably be good.
Not much designing in my current stage of life. So yeah, about to go in this hotel here, but this I thought was a cool area too. Electro Dam. I didn't go up there, but cool little tunnel. This will make for some really interesting engagements. It reminds me a little bit of the tunnel on Broken Moon. Duos is nice for solo queuing. Yeah, duos used to be the solo queue mode, and I feel like I don't have that many people that play Apex anymore, so like sometimes getting 3 people was difficult. So duos was kind of nice for that. This I thought was awesome. Like I'm in like a hotel lobby here, and I thought this was so cool. I think that zipline might go up to the top of the tower. I didn't realize that. Like the zipline right here in the middle. I bet goes all the way up to the top of the tower, so each tower has one. That would make sense for accessibility. You know if you can get a 4K 20 bomb on the rival map? I think you are on the revive mode, Sako. I'm pretty sure. Did Catalyst get a buff? I don't believe so. Not beyond the like controller class buff. And the only reason I say I think you're gonna be able to get a 4K 20 bomb is because like if you can't get in the revive mode, there is no other mode for you to get it in. So I'm guessing they're gonna be handing out 4K 20 bombs basically. Could be a different badge. That'd be a good idea too, Zeke. Yeah, so you can go on all these rooftops. There's looks like decent loot. My voice is cracked. Few floor spots, few pills. It's maybe a little spread out. I wonder how this POI would play out. Like if you're landing here in a trios match. Each person lands on the roof of a building. You loot the roof, then go down the zip line, loot the first floor, and then you're good to go pretty quickly, maybe.
Well,
I feel like architecture is a really flexible job. You squeeze in lots of free time. For content creating, I wish I could live like that in the future. Yeah, it can be pretty free at times. My specific job isn't really like that, but if I worked for myself, it would be like that. But I'm not. I just don't. At least not yet. That'd be the goal someday. Like, do architectural work myself. You notice here I'm trying to do the fuse mother load glitch. Looks like that gets nerfed out of the game, so we might see fuse's comp. use drop.
Oh, that's funny.
But I do content full time if I could. It would have to be going really well for me to do it.
That's crazy. They just murked me like that.
Like,
That's actually insane.
if I was gonna do it, it would have been like 2 years ago. Would have been the time for me to change. I don't make nearly as much money as I used to. Mostly because I don't post as much. I don't spend as much time on content either. Just been like busy.
I'm gonna try again. I guess.
It would have to be very good. Like, I'm 33, so I'd be giving up my like 7 years of schooling I did and almost like a decade of working at this point. So for me to just like give that up, I'm not really doing that. You smoked a balloon, it still works. Really? People can camp the rooftops with snipers all day. Yeah, I will say the rooftops are like high, it might be high enough where it's like kind of hard to shoot down under you, but definitely can see that.
Are they chilling? They attacking you too?
So we haven't really even seen this yet because we've been playing straight shot, but the loot pool replenish is about to happen. I'll point that out in like a minute here. Might be actually in like 20 seconds here. It's gonna say loot replenish. Yeah, so there it is. Round 2 closing. Loot bins will reset at the end of the ring. I think another message pops up in the center. I don't think I missed that. Apex isn't full of content to discover most of the time. It's pretty original most of the time. I like those kind of contradict. But yeah, Apex like isn't like the time to make the switch to be content full time would have been 2 years ago when I was really like exploding with growth and like capitalizing on it. I could have streamed more and done more sponsorships and everything. Apex now has kind of like went up and then it kind of like it's still going up a little bit, I would say, but it's like really flat. And they're very close to where they could just drop off if they make a couple really bad changes. Like, and that's not, I'm not talking about player count, I'm just talking about like the game. You know, overall public reception. Alright, it gives me the warning right here, I think. Like halfway through the ring closing, I think it tells you again. Yeah. So loop ins will reset on round end of ring 2. If they add footstep visual cue like Fortnite and remove visual clutter without adding battle sense, the game would be perfect. I actually don't really like the footstep visual indicator in Fortnite. Like, I don't mind using it, I just don't like having to use it for a competitive advantage. R9?
R9 is camper? What the hell?
Missed a level to you. R99 here.
City Hall POI is huge, yeah.
Oh, snap. It takes the recoil too.
So Mythic Bin spawns. You can actually see it on the map already before the ring 2 even finishes closing, but it's not active yet. But now it's going to be active. So I'm going to go over and check that out because I was curious to see what it was like. They won't fix the audio, so it's the only way. Yeah. So the Mythic Bin, I believe, takes like 12 seconds to open, which is a pretty long time for you to sit there and have to do nothing. I do not know if you can like leave and like start it again, but you're gonna have to definitely get coordinated with your team to do this. Because if anyone walks up, you're just gonna get smoked. So we can time this. That clock. 41. Seems like they made the math be comp. Yeah, I agree. 41. So that's 10 seconds. 11. Yeah, it's like 10 to 12. 11 to 12. So, I mean, that's the mythic pin. 2 gold guns in R9. I think sometimes you can get an Evo to spawn in here as well, but I just didn't get that this time. Oh, and the gold guns, it looks like it's Hemlock, L-Star, and at least the P20 and the Mozambique, because I've seen those gold weapons so far. But that's about it. It gives you some health and shields, too. I kind of wish it gave you, and grenades. Kind of wish it gave you batteries, maybe? I'm not sure.
All right, 07, gentlemen.
So, that's about it for this game, I think. Kind of just mess around. Do a little looking around. I feel like the highlight is just not that bad. The enemies being highlighted. Like, they're not really even highlighted right now. Like these guys. And that's like 20 meters. It's really just when they're closer and you're going to lose them through visual obstructions of your like weapons or nades and stuff. Which maybe it should be the opposite. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see, what else we got? I think that is actually going to be about it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. We went through all the footage I captured during my play session. With the exception of some firing range stuff, which we've already kind of done, but that's going to be about it for me, guys. I think I'll probably end it there. Here's the map again, just one last look before it comes out on Tuesday. Be sure to stay tuned to the channel, everyone. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the stream. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out. Zeke, it was good to talk to you again. Esup, thank you for chatting the whole time. And Out and Claying, I also appreciate you guys. We're here for a long time. Same thing with you, Mace. Hit the like button. Be sure to stay tuned to Twitter and my Discord if you want the most latest up-to-dates with what I'm doing. We got big legend weapon tier list rankings. Those are the normal things I always do. We got huge tip videos, like a tip video I only make once a year is going to be coming out. I think I already hinted at it. Making a 100 tip video version 4. That has gotten 1 million views every other time I've done it. I'm going to do a map guide, and I have a couple other cool things planned for later in the season. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm not quite sure when I'll be live next again. It'll probably be like, I don't think I'll do a YouTube live before the next season drops. I could do like a Twitch, just fun, mess around, play some Apex games on like Sunday. But overall, next YouTube live, I'm hoping to do another one next Friday when the new season is out, so we can experience the season together. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you in the next one. Happy gaming, legends.